Welcome back to Everyday Book Research, where we're taking the things that you're doing in your everyday life and using them as research for your current and your upcoming novels. Today, we're going to be talking about car rides. I am about to go on a very long car trip up to meet my brand new adopted nephew. My cousin's getting a new baby today, and I'm going up in a few days. So let's talk about how traffic can teach us a lot for our character development and our world building. Obviously, you're going to pay attention to the road, the structure of the roads, the people on the roads, all of these things. I want you to pay attention to the world building aspects and really focus on how roads are created and how they're crafted. So I want you to pay attention to paved, unpaved, the gravel roads, all of those things. I want you to pay attention to the way that they turn and twist. I want you to pay attention to stoplights, where they're putting stop signs, all of those important, valuable things, and how those things are structured to guide the flow of traffic. This can work for actual traffic in your novel. This can also work for something like moving people around your fantasy towns. How are people getting from one location to the next? I want you to be thinking about things like the way that they wind a road down a hill. I live in an area where they have a lot of mountains, and I have the most horrific roads I've ever seen in my life. They make everybody sick, even if you're not car sick. It's horrific, but they do it because of the way that the mountain is, so that people are not getting hurt going up too fast or down too fast, or all of these different things. And there's logic behind it. There's actually a lot that you can look up and research on how people are designing things like roads for safety, for making sure that, mountains don't deteriorate or crumble, or all of those things. So looking that stuff up is actually very valuable, especially if you are creating something with interesting road structures, whether it is a contemporary or a fantasy novel. You're going to be paying attention to the flow of traffic. How are people going? The stop signs, the stop lights, how are all those things working to guide people? What do those main roads and those side roads look like? Pay attention to those types of things. Now pay attention to the traffic around you. The humans, that's going to help for your world building. I want you to pay attention to who is driving around you and how they're doing it. Are they going too fast, too slow? Are they distracted? Are they paying attention? Are they singing things? Are they playing with their radio? Are they talking on their phone? What are they doing and how are they interacting? Now what happens when somebody is impolite and when somebody is polite? Pay attention to when people are angry with each other. We know what happens when people get road rage. We know what happens when people are going in and out of traffic. We know what happens when people get frustrated and go faster than they should, or they buzz through a light, or all of those things. Pay attention to how they're engaging with each other. More importantly, how people around them are then engaging with them, especially if people are getting unsafe or unhappy in certain situations. Pay attention to when people are nice. If somebody's letting somebody merge in, if somebody is behaving and being really good about the people around them, they're not going too fast, they're not doing all of the things. Pay attention to how people are engaging with each other. Now pay attention to stoplights and stop signs, especially if you've got multiple lanes next to each other. How are the people on your left and right interacting and engaging or reacting? Are they looking around at the other people? Are they smiling? Are they waving? Are they giving thumbs up? Are they doing things? Are they just focused straight ahead? Are they laser focused on the light ahead of them? Are they playing with their radio? Are they texting on their phone? Are they playing with their GPS? If there's multiple people in cars, people watch. See how those people are interacting with each other. Pay attention to their facial expressions, how they're engaging. Are they looking at each other? Are they talking? Are they having conversation? Are they in silence? Are they staring and daydreaming out the window as a passenger? What are they doing? Watch people. People are going to be so watchable when you are driving, especially if you are at some type of stop where you are at a light or at a stoplight or in traffic. And traffic is going to be really good to study as well. So we are paying attention to the structure of traffic and the roads, the flow of how people are moving and getting from one location to the other, what happens when people need to go faster, what happens when people need to slow down, impoliteness, politeness, road rage, all of those things. You are paying attention to this because this is going to guide you in your world building and in your character development. Watch closely. Again, this does not just count for actual driving in a contemporary novel. We are going to be talking about fantasy novels and how we're getting around the fantasy magic towns. We're going to be talking about your sci-fi novels when they're getting around buildings that are in the dystopian futures. We're going to be talking about all the things. Flow of traffic, how people move from one location to the next, is not as simple as just moving from location A to location B. And there's so much we can learn to implement into our world building. So the next time you are in traffic, the next time you are driving, I want you to pay attention to the world around you. If you're driving, your main focus is the road ahead of you. Pay attention and be safe. But when you're stopped at things, look around. When you're the passenger, though, my gosh, take every advantage of that to do your studying, to do your research, Take all the notes on your phone. If you have to record them mentally and then put them on your phone later on or your document later on, that's fine. But I highly recommend, especially if you are a passenger, take notes in the process. If you can even hold your phone up and like sneak little videos of things going on if you need to remember them later on. But there's a lot that you can learn about human emotions and psychology and fears and frustrations and inabilities to follow the rules and all of those things. Heavy impact on your characters and your world building. Follow along for more everyday book research. I am in the car getting ready to go meet my new nephew. I'm very excited for this one. And so we will be back with more episodes helping you to navigate the world of publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever, so that you can live your author dreams and live your best life while also getting all the author things done without the time, without the stress, without the overwhelm, to make sure that this is the best experience possible for you. I'll see you in the upcoming episodes.